Hey, if you love smooth flying and avoiding those I should have thought of this moments, buckle up, pun intended, and hit subscribe now because I'm counting down 15 must-do things right after you board a plane, or you'll regret it later. Air travel demand is crazy right now. IATA reports 2024 saw a 10.4% jump in passenger traffic. So you're definitely not alone up there. Picture this, you just slid into your seat, boots off, tension melting away. And now what? Don't panic yet. With a little forethought, you'll breeze through the flight. 15. Wipe down your new throne. First things first, sanitize everything. You might not want to think about who sat here before, but experts warn airplane seats can be filthier than you can imagine. Even the tray table and buckle are germ magnets. So bust out those disinfecting wipes. Yes, bring them on board. And wipe your armrest, tray table, seatbelt buckle, headrest, everything you're about to touch. Germs, be gone. For proof, one study found tray tables carry 8 times more bacteria per square inch than a toilet seat. Nobody wants to swap DNA with a dozen strangers, right? Now you've got the cleanest seat in the cabin. 14. Plug in your earplugs. Stat. Whether it's a crying baby, an engine roar, or a chatty neighbor insisting the whole plane hear their playlist, cabin noise is brutal. Luckily, you can control what you hear. One traveler says earplugs are the one thing she keeps forgetting, but desperately needs. So do yourself a favor, stuff those foam plugs in or slip on noise-canceling headphones before takeoff. Your ears and your sanity will thank you. Seriously, when the engines kick in or Captain on Duty Decibel decides to tell you a story, you'll be the only calm one at 30,000 feet. Pro tip, earplugs are the quietest accessory you'll ever own. 13. Protect your skin. Window seat alert. That beautiful sky view comes with a side effect, UV rays. An important study found cabin windows let in enough ultraviolet light to cause skin damage. Translation, you could get a sunburn at 30,000 feet. So slather on sunscreen, even on a short flight, or at least pop on some cool sunglasses and a hat. If the sun is blasting your window, tilt the shade or face a different direction for a bit. Better safe than lobster red. If it's nighttime or the clouds are thick, you're off the hook on SPF, but have that sunscreen handy for later, trust me. 12th, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Cabin air is about as moist as a desert. Roughly half the air is pulled from outside, where there's almost no moisture. That means dry throat, dry skin, and headaches if you don't drink up. Best hack, bring an empty water bottle through security and fill it before boarding. Keep it by your side and sip often. Aim for a cup or two every flight hour. Your body will thank you, and so will your nose. Bonus tip, drink a cup of water or herbal tea before takeoff, and alternate any alcoholic or caffeinated drinks with water. This will fight dehydration and maybe spare you that nasty post-flight headache. 11. Buckle up and keep it on. I know, this sounds obvious, but it's critical. Snap that belt on tight, low on your hips, as soon as you sit and leave it fastened until you've parked at the gate. Think of it as your personal safety harness. Experts say wearing your seatbelt is the single best thing to survive turbulence or an emergency. In fact, about 97.3% of passengers in serious accidents have stayed buckled. Don't be part of the unlucky few who tested that statistic. And one more tip, keep your feet on the floor during bumpy parts. It helps you brace better. Bottom line, be your own safety expert. Hold up, before we get to the next must-do on board, let's talk about the one thing even seasoned travelers forget, sleep. If you've ever tried napping on a plane using a neck pillow, jacket, tray table, and whatever dignity you had left, you know it's a struggle. That's why you need the Mobionix CloudNap ProBand. It's a Bluetooth 5.0 sleep headband that lets you listen to soothing audio, white noise, or your favorite podcast, all while blocking out cabin noise and keeping you comfy. No earbuds jabbing your ears or tangled cords. Just pure, uninterrupted sleepy vibes at 30,000 feet. Even better, you get 10% off with the promo code FLYING10. Just head to mobionix.store and look for the CloudNap ProBand. Again, that's flight 10 for 10% off. Trust me, 10. Stow and secure your stuff. Now is the time to get organized. Adjust your seat upright, that's takeoff 101, and lock the tray table. Ensure your carry-on and personal items are fully stowed. Jam them completely under the seat or in the overhead bin so nothing slides out. Loose items at 30,000 feet can become flying surprises. Think, your water bottle becoming a surprise baseball. Tuck any dangling straps or cables. If you have small valuables, Phone, wallet, glasses, put them in your lap or pockets so they're secure. Double check all zippers. Basically, make sure nothing in your vicinity can come loose and boomerang around the cabin. 9. Flip your tech to airplane mode, STAT. As soon as you're seated, go into airplane mode on your phone and tablet. Then, if you bought in-flight Wi-Fi or the airline offers free messaging, connect immediately. Airlines often prompt this. For example, American says, enable airplane mode and connect to the ainflight.com Wi-Fi. Do it while you're still at the gate. Once we're climbing, signals can slow to a crawl. Next, get your device's entertainment ready. Open your music or movie app, cue that playlist or podcast. Download any offline games. Don't wait until the plane is pulling away. By then, you'll be fidgeting with screens while flight attendants move down the aisle. Set it all up now, and you'll be golden. Quick travel break. If you're loving these tips, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. We've got a lot more travel hacks to come. All right, 9 down, 6 to go. Let's do number 8. 8. Prepare your entertainment setup. Got an iPad, Kindle, or game console? Fire it up. Some passengers carry nifty gadgets, little mounts or straps, to stick their device on the tray table. One creative traveler even clamped a DIY phone holder to her tray after boarding, basically making a personal movie theater. You might not go that far, but do plug in your headphones and start the show. Open your movies or music, turn on any games, get them ready. If the airline has seatback screens, log in now or find the HDMI input. You don't want to waste a single minute later. In short, prime your fun so the plane time flies, pun intended. 7. Handle final to-dos. All right, wheels up is just moments away. Now, it's time to knock out the final tech and admin stuff before your phone goes into airplane mode and your connection to the outside world fades like your will to eat another tiny pretzel bag. First up, send that last-minute text, email, or boarding now, talk later note to your loved ones or coworkers. Trust us, it's better than scrambling for overpriced Wi-Fi midair just to say, I made it. Signal is still good. Use it. Next, open your travel apps. Uber, Lyft, hotel check-ins, Google Maps, translation tools. Let them load and sign in while you've got a connection. Some of these need authentication that can't happen offline, and you do not want to be stuck at baggage claim, unable to summon a ride because your app is still thinking. Here's a pro move. Change your phone's clock to match your destination's time zone. It's a subtle trick to help your body start adjusting and avoid time zone disorientation later. Plus, when you glance at your watch mid-flight, you'll already be mentally arriving. And one more easy to forget but crucial thing, open your banking app. If you're traveling internationally, or sometimes even just to another state, update your travel notice. Credit cards can get locked after one tiny suspicious in-flight purchase, like that surprisingly pricey cheese tray, and then you're stuck explaining it to your bank while half asleep in customs. Get it all done now, while your thumbs are quick and the internet is flowing. These final tasks take 2 minutes and save you hours of hassle later, because once that cabin door shuts, it's just you, the clouds, and your downloaded playlist. 6. Set a flight countdown. Here's a clever psychological hack to help your flight feel shorter, or at least more manageable. Set a countdown timer on your phone for the total flight time. Yes, like a reverse stopwatch, but for your sanity. Whether it's a 2-hour hop or a 13-hour marathon across oceans, knowing exactly how much time is left helps your brain cope. There's real science behind this. Studies show that breaking big, vague durations into smaller, measurable chunks reduces perceived stress. It gives your mind a sense of control over something uncontrollable, like cabin pressure, engine hum, or that chatty passenger in 19C. Try this. Set your timer for the full duration, say 6 hours and 20 minutes. Then break it into events, like the first 90 minutes for a movie, a snack or bathroom break at hour 2, a nap attempt from hours 3 to 4, and a walk stretch around hour 5. By the time the final hour hits, you'll feel like a time management ninja. Bonus tip, if you're using in-flight entertainment, match your timer to movie runtimes. When the timer dings, boom, stretch, break, or hydrate. No more helpless glances at the seat back map or wondering, how long have we been flying and how long is left? It's a small habit that brings big peace of mind, and when the countdown hits 0, you'll feel like you've earned that arrival ding. Time isn't flying, you are. Take control of it. 5. One more pit stop. Listen, even if you think you don't need to go, trust us, you do. The golden rule of flying? Never skip a final bathroom run before takeoff.
Here's why. Once those engines start humming and the wheels begin rolling, that seatbelt light locks you in like it's airplane jail. And asking to use the restroom while taxiing? That's a no-go. You'll either be gently scolded by the flight attendants or given the death stare by a dozen passengers behind you who all had the same urge, but obeyed the unwritten flight code. So while boarding's still happening and the aisles are semi-navigable, make your move. Stretch your legs, get the blood flowing, and hustle to the lav. It's not glamorous. Airplane sinks are tinier than your microwave. And that soap? Questionable? But wash your hands anyway. Hydration is coming next, and you'll feel better knowing you're freshened up. Bonus tip. Sometimes, right before takeoff, flight attendants set up mini drink trays or offer water and cups, especially on longer flights. Don't be shy. A quick sip now keeps you hydrated and gives your stomach something to do while you wait for the snack cart to roll out sometime over Kansas.
And the best part? You'll avoid becoming that person who sprints down the aisle mid-flight in socks, dodging elbows and tray tables just to beat the beverage cart. You took care of business early. Now you can chill guilt-free. 4. Get cozy and courteous. Ah yes, it's finally time to settle in for your mile-high nesting session. But let's do it with some grace, shall we? First, take a temperature check. Literally, if the cabin feels like a sauna, shed that jacket or extra hoodie now, before you start sweating like it's hot yoga. Tuck it neatly under the seat so you don't turn your legroom into a clothing swamp. Bonus, it can double as a makeshift footrest later. Next, socks. If you brought cozy ones, especially compression socks, your future ankles will thank you. Now's the time to slip them on. These snug miracle workers help with circulation, swelling, and reduce your risk of arriving with legs that feel like overcooked noodles. Neck pillow? Position it like a pro. Blanket? Drape it without swatting your seatmate. Eye mask? Keep it within reach. If they're dimming the lights, you know it's time to retreat into airplane hibernation. And while you're getting comfy, remember, it's not a wrestling match. Avoid slamming the overhead bin, flinging your seat back without warning, or flailing elbows like a sleepy octopus. Share that armrest if someone's already claimed it. You're not alone in this flying tube. A little mid-air etiquette makes a big difference.
Get comfy, stay courteous, and prepare for takeoff like the delightful cabin citizen you are. 3. Check the cabin situation.
Before you kick back and pretend the tiny pretzels are satisfying, do a quick recon of your surroundings. This isn't snooping, it's smart flying. As the last passengers shuffle in like it's musical chairs with luggage, take a good look around. Is someone struggling to hoist their 60-pound carry-on into the overhead bin? Lend a hand. You might just earn a grateful smile, or an unspoken seat buffer deal. Now's also a great time to diplomatically negotiate airspace, literally. Is the overhead air vent blasting your eyeball from the row ahead? Politely ask to share it. Same goes for that glaring reading light someone accidentally left aimed at your cornea. A little communication now prevents a lot of awkwardness later.
Then, look down. Are your backpack straps or jacket sleeves creeping into the aisle like they've got somewhere to be? Tuck them in unless you want to be tripped over mid-flight. Check under your seat. Anything rolling around should be secured unless you want to play footsie with someone 3 rows back. Adjust your space, take stock, and get cozy. A well-scanned cabin equals fewer surprises later, like mysterious crumbs or missing earbuds. Be alert, be kind, and claim your comfort zone early.
2. Listen up. Okay, let's talk about that safety demo. We know, it feels like airline white noise, right up there with please stow your tray table and chicken or pasta. But trust us, this isn't background filler. That demo could literally save your life. Think of it less like a boring announcement and more like the pre-flight cheat sheet you didn't know you needed.
Those flight attendants pointing at exit rows and miming seatbelt buckling, they're showing you the way out if things get dicey. And here's a little known fact. 80% of aviation accidents happen during takeoff and landing, the first and last few minutes of your flight. So when they tell you to keep those earbuds out and eyes forward until you're cruising at altitude, there's a very real reason. Try this fun mental game. Count the rows between you and your nearest exit. And yes, it might be behind you. In an emergency, visibility can vanish fast, and knowing your route could make all the difference. Pay attention to the life vest instructions too, especially if you're flying over water, and no, your seat cushion won't float like a pool noodle. In short, listening up for 2 minutes might feel redundant, until it's not.
1. Stay put and enjoy responsibly. You've done everything right. You've wiped, sipped, plugged in, and prepped. So now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your in-flight labor. But not so fast. As tempting as it is to leap up the second the wheels hit the tarmac, remember, the plane is still taxiing, and sudden stops can, and do, happen. Keep that seatbelt snug across your hips until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign with the signature ding. Rushing the exit not only risks injury, but also stresses everyone else out. Once you get the go-ahead, take your time gathering your belongings. Check your seat pocket, goodbye, favorite paperback, the floor, and even under your neighbor's seat in case your earbuds wandered. Don't forget glasses, passports, or that snack you tucked away earlier. If you had a pleasant chat with the person next to you, offer a friendly safe travels or smile. Small gestures go a long way. Now is the time to stretch, breathe, and feel that post-flight satisfaction. You nailed it. And next time you board, you'll be the one other passengers wish they were as prepared as. And that's a wrap on the 15 things to do right after boarding. Follow these, and you'll cruise through your flight happier and safer. If you got a chuckle or learned something new, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel wisdom. Got your own boarding hacks? Share them in the comments. Thanks for flying with us. May all your journeys be on time and turbulence free.